It sounds like a Black Mirror episode. The police can enter your home unannounced, search your phone and computers, and arrest you for the things that you're reading, watching, or posting online. If you refuse, you could be sentenced to 12 months in prison. But it's not a Black Mirror episode. It's worse than that. It's real life. At this very moment, the government of Ireland is trying to pass a law before Christmas that will let the police go into people's homes and confiscate their phones and computers. Now, you might think Ireland doesn't matter, that it could disappear tomorrow without much impact. But Ireland does matter. It's the test case for the next phase of the global crackdown by military and intelligence forces and their agents that's been happening over the last 7 years. What they used to call a conspiracy theory has now been confirmed as true. Our research has exposed a far-reaching plan by military and intelligence agencies in the United States, Britain, and other nations to subvert the democratic process and engage in activities that have a basis in military techniques and which are tantamount to attempts at thought control. This isn't about censoring the far right. This is about censoring independent journalism. And if you're in Ireland, this is about censoring you. One understandable response to all this is to ignore it and hope it goes away, or wish that it won't affect you. And maybe it won't. But our ancestors fought and died for the right to speak our truths, particularly about controversial cultural and political issues. And already we're fighting back and making progress. The Irish government was forced to back off this law once already, and we can make them back off again. Free thinkers in the United States and around the world must stand up now for Ireland. We have to fight the totalitarians over there so that we don't have to fight them over here. We need to send a message to the politicians and the police that the world stands with the people of Ireland and their first and fundamental right. Please share this message and consider donating to a special free speech fund at censorshipindustrialcomplex.org. If we don't act now, our children and grandchildren will look back at this moment and ask why we didn't do more while we still had a chance. So please get involved now and stop this Black Mirror episode from becoming real life.
That's exactly what it is. We need new conspiracy theories because all the old ones have come to pass. All the old conspiracy theories, so-called conspiracy theories, have become a reality. So now we need new ones. And what is going into is the elimination of your free speech. That's the next course of action. That is this article I've come across about T-Mobile trying to make it illegal, if you will, that you wouldn't post, they call it hate speech and misinformation or whatever the term they use for all of this, right? But they're just telling you that your free speech, your so-called free speech, is about to be a thing of the past. And if you send the event 201, I believe that's what it's called, the event they had before the whole, pandemic thing broke out, right? So they discuss a platter of things which controlling the internet and the information, the amount of information that goes across the internet was part of that. They're trying to look up ways to limit, because you have to understand that it's just as much craziness that is on the internet, there is still truth on the internet. And the truth is a huge weapon to lies, right? Because the truth shreds lies. It shreds it to pieces. It cuts it all down. So the amount of deception they're about to unleash, especially going into 2024, is going to be astronomical, to say the very least. So what better way to achieve their deception if they can muzzle or muffle all the truth, right? Wherever it is, especially on the internet, right? That's the next course of action, to take away your free speech. You won't be able to critique what the wicked elites feed you. They don't want you to critique it. They don't want you to try to rebuttal it. Trying to tear it apart and find out the falsehoods in it, because it's nothing but falsehoods, right? So that's the next course of action. That's exactly what this man is talking about here. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, Ireland, America, Canada, Great Britain, wherever it is you are, it will impact you. Believe that it will definitely impact you. So this is Revelation, the 13th chapter, and the 11th verse. Here it says, the beast from the earth. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and continue to teach us this truth. Peace, salutation, shalom, shalom, shalom to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word and truth and sincerity. And to you, Akim and Aquath that are listening and learning, to you I say shalom, right? So, in light of the whole clip we just seen, I had to bring the scripture out because it goes exactly what time it is, right? Which is the Revelation, the 13th chapter, and 11th verse, going into the beast. The beast is not actually like a monster or some beast. It's just nations, but the way they act is that of a beast, right? In this aspect, it is that of a dragon, which is the draconian measures they're about to put upon every individual that is on the planet. Going into the your free speech being taken away, going into taking away all the luxuries that you enjoy. You see what I'm saying? So that's the draconian measures. If you don't comply to what we want you to comply to, you won't be able to enjoy this, you won't be able to enjoy that. They showed you an inkling of it with this whole, epidemic thing, right? They showed you that if you don't take the juicy juice, you won't be able to go to work, you won't be able to take a flight, you won't be able to do this or do that, even visit your parents at home or at the hospital. You see what I'm saying? So that is nothing but draconian measures. That's what the scripture is talking about here. It said, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and that beast is America. And he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. Those two horns is a representation of your Democrats and your Republicans, right? So that's what it is. And the rest of the world patterns their political system like that of America, right? You have your Democrats, you have your Republicans, this and that, the other, which mirrors itself like that of the ancient Romans, the ancient Roman Empire, right? You have your patricians, you have your plebeians, exactly as your Democrats and your Republicans. That's what it's talking about here. It doesn't necessarily mean an actual beast. It is just a representation of these nations and how they act, right? So it says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that is, he's about to speak like a dragon. He's already speaking like a dragon, which is the draconian measures. Is only going to intensify. Sorry about that. I'm trying to look up the word dragon here. Let's look it up real quick. G1404 144.
Strong's G 1404. Drakon.
It says a dragon, a great serpent, a name for Satan, right? Which goes into Satan, just means adversary, right? A great serpent, just like the NASA, Nakash, right? And what does it? It has a forked tongue, right? It lies, it tells you it's going to do this, meanwhile it will do another thing. it says here, Strong's definition, Dracon probably from an alternate form of to look, a fabulous kind of serpent, perhaps supposed to fascinate dragon, right? So they come up with things that will mesmerize you, right? Put you in a quagmire, the catch-22, right? That's what it is. So I had to look that up real quick. But it goes into the draconian measures. That's how they speak through their legislations, through the things they put in writing, right? Meanwhile, while you're out there partying and bullshitting with your your Christmas and New Year's Eve is coming up and New Year's and all that, they are putting laws in motion that would jack you up. They are putting laws in motion to further oppress you. That's how they always get down. While you are being distracted by bullshit, they are putting laws in motion that will mess up your whole livelihood. That's how they're speaking like a dragon. The 12th verse, it says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. What is that? That, like I said earlier, the Roman Empire, because America is just the modern Roman Empire. This is why you have your Senate. Your White House is modeled after that of the ancient Roman Empire. Everything they say, all road leads to Rome. That is for a reason. Why? Because America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire. See, that is how he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. You see? So that first beast is the Roman Empire. And America coming in this latter time is moving exactly like that of the ancient Roman Empire. I said, and he causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, going into the Roman Empire. Because everything, like I said earlier, you talk about your Senate, Congress, the whole nine, right? Democrats and Republicans, the whole political, that is the image of the beast. The whole philosophy they gathered from Rome, the Greco-Romans, right? Which is the Greeks and Romans, which are nothing but Edomites, right? So this is what is going into here. It says, whose deadly wound was healed. So that deadly wound, he was bruised because the Roman Empire fell, especially the west of Roman Empire, right? It fell and it came back. It was brought back to life, like the song, back to life, back to reality, right? So it was brought back to life through America. That's how the deadly wound was healed. It says that, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. What is that? That is your atomic weapons, right? Like the ones how they hit Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Japan with the atomic weapons. So this is how he made fire. Prior to that, there was never a time something like that was done upon the earth. Fire like that come down on the side of man and just totally obliterate everything in its path. What it didn't kill, it maimed. What it didn't maim, it caused all kind of sicknesses, right? It polluted the land. Can't even plant nothing around the where that bomb was detonated. You see what I'm saying? So that is how he made fire to come down by he is America, which is the headquarters of the Idumeans, right? That's what it is. So that's what is going into here. It says at the 12th verse, and he exerciseth, the 13th verse. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. Like I said earlier, the atomic weapons. Right now, they've even taken it further. Now they have nuclear weapons, hypersonic, ballistic, ICBMs, all those kind of missiles, right? Nukes, all that. So this is how the technology, that is the great wonders. That's the great wonders. Because prior to this time, wars were fought with swords and horses and chariots, Men going into war, arrows. Now the modern arrows are your missiles. So it's nothing but great wonders, you see, through his technology. Says the 14th verse, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, right? Now they're telling you now through technology, and they have the Neuralink and things, right? They're about to, a human trial is about to commence. Probably 2024 will be the year, right? To tell you that they can make the blind see and they can, make the lame walk, and, through his technology, they've been able to do a lot of lying wonders, and they make people to, gravitate towards that. Look at the internet. Look at the phones, laptops, right? You can call somebody that is halfway across the world in a matter of minutes. You see? So through these things, it deceives people. Now they will tell you there will be no need, for all this technology. You don't even have to have a phone. Now you will be, that's the human 2.0. Human 2.0, transhumanism. They have to merge humans with machines, turn you into a cyborg. You see, that's what it is. So they would deceive you with all these technological advancements, right? And you will buy into it. Put you in a quagmire, the catch-22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth, the 14th verse, by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beasts, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast that had the wound by a sword and did live. That image is their philosophies. So telling everybody in the earth, that's why the whole world is in league with all these agendas, right? In one shape or form, whether it's the BRICS nation, whether it's NATO, EU, whatever, right? They are all in league with this whole agenda, which is the NWO. They're all on board with it. They might just have a different variation of it, right? But it's all to bring about the NWO, right? That's what it is. The Great Reset, so to speak. So that is the image of the beast. For with that, that goes into their philosophies, the way that they run things, right? Now we are in the fourth industrial revolution, which is to merge humans, to merge biological, natural things with mechanical. That is the image of the beast right there. It says, which had the wound by the sword and did live, going back to the Roman Empire again, right? It says that, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Going into, like we said earlier, the draconian measures. So when these draconian measures are implemented, right, you have to bow down to it. If you don't bow down to it, guess what? You'll be put to death. It's going to get to that point. It's going to get to that point, especially when the mark of the you-know-what, we're talking about the beast, mark of the beast, which the beast we establish is especially NATO. And then you can lump in Rome and America being the Rome reborn, Rome 2.0, if you will, right? So that's the beast right there. It's not talking about an animal, but the way they move is that of an animal. Because without the laws, statutes, and commandments of the God of the Bible, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, guess what? You're nothing but an animal. You are lawless. You see? See, that's what it is right here. That's what the whole thing is talking about, especially with the image of the beast being their draconian measures like we're talking about, right? Now that are trying to take away your free speech, you won't be able to, like we're talking right now. The truth will not be aired out there. They will muffle every truth. That's the next line of action, which is biblical prophecy, right? Let's get there real quick. Thirst. Yep, there's it right here. This is Amos, the 8th chapter and the 11th verse. It says, Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land. Send a famine in the land. And guess what? It's not the kind of famine you think. Even though that kind of famine will be, there's already shortages on everything, right? They're trying to have you eating hybrids, right? It says, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? And what are the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Truth. And where does it come from? From the scriptures, right? So they will take it there. So everything they're doing is to stop the truth from going out there, because the truth is their downfall, literally, because everything they built it on lies. But they, I mean the wicked Idumeans, especially the wicked elites of the Idumeans, right? Everything they're built on lies, like the sand castle. You see? It looks all fanciful, looks all good, but it doesn't have a strong foundation. This is a sand castle. The wind comes and blows, it all crumbles, with ease. That's what it is. So when truth comes against lies, guess what? The lies will just fizzle away. So what they're trying to do is to muzzle out the truth, to put a stop to it, because it's very detrimental to their success, their enterprise, which is the NWO. You see, so they have to stop the truth, which is biblical prophecy. Anyways, so let's get this scripture real quick and finish out here. This is Second Esdras, the 8th chapter and the 50th verse. It says, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You get that? So taking away your free speech is only the beginning. A lot of great miseries is about to touch down. And 2024 will be one hell of a year. I know a lot of you out there can feel it. A lot of you out there can feel it. There's this discovery that was made in the movie Book of Eli. The Apostle Orion Lab was going into it. It had the 2024 in there with the like a poster in one of the scenes with Denzel Washington. It had 2024, and it had nuclear explosion in the background, which goes back to the movie A Boy and His Dog. I've actually seen that movie. I saw it a while back before I came into the truth. It was kind of crazy, but like a boy and his dog. It was an apocalypse, during the apocalyptic time, right? There was a nuclear explosion, and the dude, it was just him and his dog, and actually he can hear his dog. His dog can talk, and this wicked elites, prior to the nuclear explosion, they had their underground bunkers where they were. It's like a whole city under there, right? They had everything they wanted. You see what I'm saying? So the movie took place in 2024. So 2024, we have to, every year you got to keep an eye on it. So we pray that this year will be one hell of a year. I mean, the year we're about to approach, a couple of days now, right? Which is 2024. It could very well be one hell of a year. There's already talks about Black Swan event, right? You see what I'm saying? A Black Swan event being a whole catastrophic type of event that will go down in 2024. It could very well be, you see? So we got to keep an eye on it. And with this whole free speech being taken away, very soon you won't be able to even hear or be able to partake in the truth anymore. This is why you get it while it's hot. Get the truth while it's hot. Because the wisdom and knowledge should be, might as well close out on that. Let's close out on that. Isaiah. Let's get it real quick. 33, I believe. Okay. Yep. Isaiah the 33rd chapter in this verse, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." So the wisdom and knowledge of the Bible, of this truth, will keep you stable when all hell is breaking loose. Right? When all hell is breaking loose, people are losing their mind because they weren't prepared. Just like in the movie Leave the World Behind, right? You had everybody losing their mind while the Kevin Bacon character, he was cool as a cucumber. He wasn't shaking because he knew what time it was and he was prepared for it. You see? And that's exactly how you should be, man. And the only way you can really prepare is spiritually. Have that mental fortitude no matter what is going on around you, you remain stable. You see? And with that, all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha HaKodash. Double on us to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. See you next time, Lord willing. Shalom. Shalom.